we all rise to pledge allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, good evening, everyone. This meeting been public, obviously open public meeting.
Yes, Chairman, it has.
I have roll call commissioners.
Commissioner Davis.
Here.
DeWise. Fisher. Grillo.
Here.
Parikh. Rios.
Here.
Roberts. Scott. He's calling in. And Chairman Zabrowski.
Here. We have our
Sure.
minutes from the April 9th, 2026 meeting. Can I get them? If there is no need for modifications, can I get a motion to approve?
Just a point of clarification. Justin, I know you worked at this. Is this total termination or is just eliminating two of the areas that Riverton asked to terminate? It's not total termination, but some so it's really a modification.
Or a partial termination.
Could be a partial termination in two areas.
That's a resolution.
You're talking about the resolution, right? Not the minutes.
Yeah, no, Dave and I were just talking. on
Okay,
that.
yeah,
Sorry.
let's get the minutes out of the way.
Yeah.
Can
I
I,
apologize.
yeah, can we get a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
I just want to say one thing, you know, I think that Mike's comment email came back after reviewing minutes, and he said in 19 years, first time, he had no modification changes offered to Jamie's work.
Good
So-
job,
Nice
James.
job, James.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can
Recognize hard work.
Thank you.
we get a roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Scott. Commissioner Scott.
He's voting by text. Yes.
Should I,
And
We can't connect.
we can't hear him. He's on. I just can't hear him.
He might have muted himself. isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Thank you. And
Sorry.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes. On to our attorney's report, which I believe will include a explanation of the resolutions.
thank you, Chairman. At least one of the resolutions, the resolution 12B regarding transfer documents. I was surprised to see it was 2010 and that we 2010, after the closing on the parcel A had concluded, the economy auto business, which was in the just outside the parcel A southern tip of the property, they approached us and said, we'd like to buy that piece. We've been parking on it for years, kind of gravel and paved. And the agency approved a purchase contract with them. There's a split of the proceeds. I believe it's 2/3, 1/3 with SSA, because SSA had already paid for the property when they did the initial closing. So it has taken, how many years is that? 16 years to get through the environmental issues that were involved in parcel A, and now we're ready. And the title company has asked that the closing documents be reapproved for the sale of the property. That's what that is. The other item, Amachi, you wanted me to talk about the budget transfer, just why we have to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you've already adopted a budget, and as in last year, there was a dollar amount in the budget for the agency giving the borough money for the borough purposes. The boroughs asked for an increase in that amount of donation from the agency. And just in order to do it, you have to adopt your budget and send it down to Trenton.
So we're moving money from our fund balance into the budget, adding money to the budget so we can transfer to borough.
Anything else?
That's it.
Do we have any questions? comments?
Yeah, what was the borough asking as their increase and for what purpose? Do we know?
We didn't ask any full detail. The request came in. I don't know, Jack, you have many more?
It's for the purposes of the free youth sport recreation. I believe the last year was the first year that they were funding it. They asked for an increase of, I believe, $50,000, just based off of the operating expenses involved with that. It was $50,000 more than expected.
So specifically for that
Youth recreation.
sports,
Yeah.
recreation, general recreation or,
It'll be specifically for the youth sports leagues.
okay.
Are we
Excellent.
the
We
only?
want to make sure we fund that.
Are we the only entity being asked for funds?
Currently, yes.
Probably because we are the only entity with funds.
Right.
Well, yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna say it, but I know it.
Part of the reason is that it did help increase the enrollment in youth sports. And as a result, the cost went up. So that's why the increase they asked. But also, part of the reason is that, there are some delay in final closing and the pilot revenue. I think going forward, right, Jack, they're looking at the pilot revenue should cover all of their costs, and we won't have to keep funding them.
Rather than our redevelopment fees going towards funding it, it should be funded through pilot revenue moving forward.
And in return, I think Borough is undertaking the improvement on downtown. That is something what we had put money aside, we'll give them that money. They're gonna use their own funds and grants to do what the downtown improvement, and you'll see in the report, Zach, we'll talk about it later on.
And so just to simplify, so the funds that would be used to support youth sports are coming from the developer fees that we collect versus coming out of the general fund that the taxpayers pay. So this is actually a great way for us to save the taxpayers' money.
And help our future generations. Right.
Engineers report.
Justin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Work continues at the Riverton site. This month, Bass Pro installed some landscaping in their parking lot. The Quick Check site installed some curb and sidewalk. Panera is working on their foundations. The developer is doing some improvements to Main Street extension for their permit with the DOT. And we've been actively working with the developer on locations for poles to connect from the Crossman substation to the Victory substation on site. And we're making good progress with that. That should be in front of the planning board sometime this year. That's all I have. Thank you.
Questions, comments for Justin? I do have one for you. And this may be one that would be connected with Vina as well, because it's in the redevelopment areas. I'm talking specifically the Main Street area, down by 881 Main Street, the Quick Check and Crossman Road. And I know the county's currently doing a road widening, right? Obviously for the purposes of kind of reducing some of the congestion that we have in that area. However, that ends before the Main Street extension. What's the, and I throw this out, but, and I look at this as also a need in that redevelopment area for that to really prosper, as well as what is the process or the possibilities of getting that expansion or lanes to go consist all the way through up until the Main Street extension, where, because right now it's going to end somewheres by, what is that, the apartment complex or the
Yes.
condos or townhomes?
Yes. So we've been aware that this has been a concern in town. Our office looked at the feasibility of even doing this without major expenses, and it is feasible. It'll require a little bit of widening by the apartment side, but we believe that it's feasible. So we've been trying to talk to the county about possibly how we can move forward to widen Main Street to provide 2 lanes in both directions from that Crossman intersection to Main Street Extension.
Is there anything that Sera can do to assist with that in any way, or the borough? Because we will benefit by allowing that flow to continue all the way out, because it's going to bottleneck otherwise.
I think, both Sarah and the mayor and council should go through and pass a resolution requesting the county go through and have that section of the roadway wide. The only thing that's holding up the middle section over by Crossman is we're still waiting for poles to be relocated.
Yep.
Okay, so from the standpoint, it would be appropriate for both Sarah and for the mayor and council to pass resolutions requesting that. In the meantime, I will go through and contact the county engineer so he knows what we're talking about. I'll even send him a sketch just so that everybody understands the usual procedure when the municipality requests something to be done, okay, is if it's a project like this, is they will probably say, well, you get the property that we need and then we'll fund it, okay? If it was an intersection project, they would go through and say, you get the property we need and you fund the municipal links, okay, and we'll fund the county links. In this particular case, it's all county links. So I think that that's probably what they'll do, which means that we will have to negotiate with Kaplan, okay? And the only reason that that's not done is because of the way the approval was granted through the courts, okay? As a Mount Laurel type project where that was awarded, okay? And as a result of that, the county did not follow up on our request to have that as 2 lanes in each direction. But Justin has done some preliminary groundwork. He has a plan prepared, okay, that shows that it can be done. The lanes would be a little narrower than they are now, okay, but we can go through and get 2 lanes in each direction, and we can still have the turning lane there to get into the.
What about the Kimball Drive side? So I sit in that traffic literally every morning. And from White Oak Drive to the traffic light at Crossman's, unfortunately, I look at it, it could be 7 minutes, which is ludicrous. But the problem is it's 1 lane out of town to go to the Parkway and Route 9. You don't have to be a traffic engineer to figure out the problem. If we're going to have 2 lanes on the opposite side, right, once you cross Crossman's, could we have 2 lanes at some point between Kimball and
That's
Crossman's?
part of the plan, okay? When Mako came in with his development,
Mhm.
okay, we insisted that he widen Main Street along his frontage and that he goes through and widens the culvert on his side of the street to go through and provide for 2 lanes in the out of town direction, okay? From the standpoint of, there's only going to be a short stretch that isn't available for 2 lanes, and that's the other side of the culvert that would have to be widened in order to provide between where the project's going to start just west of Rosman. That's where the other project stops. Okay, so between there and Walton Homes Main Street development, if you know there's a super wide shoulder on that area, that's because of the fact that we had recommended back at that point in time to go through and have that widened so that if we wanted to make that 2 lanes, we could. Now, that's not going to go through and solve the problem completely to White Oaks Drive, but it's going to get us much closer. But the problem we get is when we get where there's a lot of existing houses, it's hard to go through and widen the road because a lot of those houses are right up on the road.
Right, but on the outbound side, there's nothing but industrial land,
On the outbound side,
which
okay,
is,
the outbound side, except for the apartments,
Mhm.
okay, that's exactly what we're saying. We're saying
And what's the timeline on that?
Well, the timeline depends upon Markham's development. Okay, if he proceeds.
Well, you're stuck in
So we have to
traffic.
build warehouses to get more lanes to get the people that already live here out of town. That makes sense.
Can we get him to contribute before he builds? That's that's the dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, we'd all love to see that.
Yes, I
But
understand.
whether he builds warehouses or he builds something else, was still on our list for him to go through and do. Okay, the bottom line is that needs to be wide. And it's something that our office has recognized for years, and we have had discussions with the county. As I said, if it wasn't for the fact that that apartment complex was approved through the courts, we would have probably had that included in our laws.
So, Mr. Chairman, would you like someone to make a motion that we write this letter?
I would like a motion in a second if everybody's in
I'll
agreement,
second
yeah.
I will make a motion that Sarah produce a letter to the county requesting that they investigate the expansion of the inbound and outbound lanes from, let's call it Kimball Drive out to the Main Street extension, along Main Street.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Bob. Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
On,
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin Drive has two, looks like.
Yes.
So it should be from.
Yes. I will amend my, the title of my motion.
and Mike will make note of it when it's in the resolution.
But Jamie's gonna get the minutes right.
Jamie's got it in a minute.
Got it.
Well, all team.
Yeah, you're making it difficult, but I think still come through.
Anything else, Justin? Moving on to planners report, Vina was not able to be with us tonight. She's under the weather. She did say that she did not have a report, so we're going to move on to our executive.
She did indicate
Okay.
it to me that she's working on all the reports, and this weekend she should have the reports are, delivered that Mike needs for, and they'll be ready for delivery now. I think the TOA is done. TOA is completed. Am I right, Mike? TOA is
I
completed?
think it went through the council last Monday.
And then she's working with the town attorney on the transit village report. So she should get that ready soon too.
While you have the mic, we're on to the executive director's report.
I'm gonna defer that to my able assistant, Zach.
Thank you. So as Justin said, progress is continuing on the Riverton site. Some of the commissioners were able to attend a site visit for the Riverton project this past Tuesday. If you weren't able to attend that one, there will be another one in June. And you are welcome to attend. We can work around scheduling so that everyone has a chance to go out there and see the progress for themselves, because it's really is quite impressive, and it feels like every time you drive by there, there's something new to look at. So the progress is continuing on the Bass Pro site. As Justin said, they have all the landscaping and lighting in the parking lot completed, as well as with the Gateway Services area. There's going to be some additional pad sites going there in the next few months. As far as the Main Street revitalization that we touched on earlier, Public Works has designated 6 areas for the receptacles, for trash and recycling receptacles to be placed in the downtown area, 3 on either side of the road between Washington Road and MacArthur Avenue. The trash cans and recycling receptacles are being finalized by Public Works and should be ordered later this month, with installation occurring shortly after delivery. CME is also engaging with the county to work on getting approvals for additional crosswalks and enhanced pedestrian crossing signs with flashing beacons. On the second page, there's a rendering that of a possible trash receptacle. It may look slightly different than this. It may have 2 sides, one for recycling and one for trash, just to keep for environmental reasons. The borough is going to purchase these through Elise Barone's office, who is a recycling coordinator. She has some grant money that can be used to purchase these. But the logo that was created by Kevin as part of the wayfinding and placemaking marketing will be included on it. And it's kind of exciting that we'll finally get started on that project. And hopefully that's the jumping off point and we can continue with it. The Riverfront Bar and Restaurant RFP, we have extended the deadline for responses on that until August 3rd. It's been updated and posted on the website and reshared on the agency social media. I'm sure Kevin will share it again to all of our preferred contacts. And hopefully we get some responses.
I just want to make sure on the riverfront, we had a second round of tour with all the commissioner. I believe everybody's been, who wanted to go visit have been able to go there. I think it was worth seeing the site development progress now. So, and Riverfront Bar and Restaurant, there was some interest. We did talk to a couple of, actually one of the local restaurant operator was very much interested and he's looking for funding, and so we're hoping that this extension will give him a time. If this continues, then we'll start exploring other ways to see if we can provide financing through our ability to borrow funds, wrap bonds, redevelopment area bonds, and then make it part of the payment for operator. If somebody does come forward and is willing to, sign a lease, long-term lease operation, and then we'll come back to the commissioners. You're gonna have to make those decisions, approval.
Zach, just a thought. I think it's in New Brunswick. They have some new trash containers along George Street. They have recycling and trash, and it's like the old mailbox. You pull open something, put it in, close it, so that there's no overflow and there's no animals getting in. I was fascinated when I saw
Those the solar ones?
I don't think they're solar.
It's a company called Big Belly. It's
I
the
got
same
one of- I
model.
got one of them.
Yeah, I get the joke. Yeah, it's the same kind of model and they're pretty popular in downtowns.
What was the company's name, Commissioner?
Big Belly.
Big Belly. Okay.
They're solar powered compactors. So they push the garbage down periodically. You don't have to pick it up as often.
Okay.
We're also-
suggest that. So.
Not cheap, but
Any of these things, the public works has to make sure that they can,
the cycle.
their automated system works with that, so.
Yeah. And then the final point was Route 35, Ernston Road to Old Spy Road. There's just been some preliminary sort of conversations about a potential redevelopment area along the Route 35 corridor. It's a pretty strategic location. It is a major transportation route. It's a pretty busy street. It's pretty close to existing residential and commercial neighborhoods, and just opening the conversation about whether or not we want to consider designating that in an additional redevelopment zone.
I think the process, as we discussed, I think we have done the analysis and designations for this side of Route 35. Now we're going to start focusing on Route 35 corridor and more areas there. But there is a property, I don't know if you all familiar with that, at the end of the Ernston Road. On the left side, there is a property, used to be a mattress, sales of furniture, mattress. I think they also have a kitchen and bath shops. That property, we recently learned that it was up for sale. It has a Route 35 also entrance. So we thought it's a good area for something sort of a mixed use idea there. It's big enough. And with the Route 35, driveway entrance there, it can work. So Irina is gonna explore that and see if we can designate that.
Questions or comments for our executive director and our deputy director? I just have one, and Donna mentioned the Sera Historical Society. They approached us talking about Main Street revitalization. They approached us with the opportunity to collaborate with them and our Veterans Alliance about putting up the veteran flags down on Main Street. So we're currently in discussion to see how that project can move forward. They'd like to expand it beyond just Main Street. I know, and I think obviously this is something probably the entire borough would like, but just, you know, that discussion has begun as well. And some of that money that that's going, that we're dedicating to the borough will be utilized for those flags. Our public relations report, Kevin?
Evening, everyone. So communication efforts continue expanding across multiple digital platforms as we try to increase the public outreach and education and transparency initiatives and community engagement efforts. Recent focuses have included the growth of the Sera Spotlight, which we just had someone make their grand debut on a podcast, Mr. Michael Baker over here. That was filmed maybe, I believe, 2 weeks ago. So that episode will be, it was a long filming effort, and probably going to be broken out into 4 parts of one episode. Episode 1 is pending approval. As soon as it is, it'll be good to go. And there was space between them. I'll have you know they were on top of each other. They were in a nice round table. Looks good. Yeah, the chairman was very comfortable this time. Where else? So the Sera podcast that they just filmed, it's about understanding redevelopment process, including how redevelopment works in New Jersey, the role of Sera, redevelopment approvals and oversight, clarification on common misconceptions, and financial agreements such as pilots. So there's a lot of information within those episodes of the podcast, and I'm hoping that people will watch and learn and understand what actually goes into the redevelopment process and what pilots actually are and how beneficial they can be. Also, the YouTube channel, I've been working on that. We have a logo up. I created a YouTube banner. And last time I was here, which I wasn't here last month, it was the previous month, Commissioner Fisher said she was unable to find the YouTube videos on the webpage. We now have a webpage up and running. It's seranj.gov/Sera-spotlight. And it can be found, it's not on the main titles, but if you click more, it drops down. It's all the way at the bottom over there. So you can watch every episode there. Drop down like a accordion, you click it, the video's there, you could just play it right from the website. Where else? And then regarding the waterfront redevelopment project, that I posted an article today with new graphics as well, and I'll continue to push that out. So hopefully we'll get some interested people. Besides that, everything else is okay.
I mean, we done with all the commissioners?
We have one done. That was also on here as well. We have one done. Commissioner Grillo did his video today. I'll be emailing the rest of the commissioners as well to record their videos. So that will be the next episode of the Sera Spotlight. So
We could do it, we've been working on this for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And if you respond to Kevin request, set up a time, he makes himself available in the evening hours.
yeah, it could be during the day, morning as
And
well.
we can complete and post, information about every commissioner's. We have, Steve, thank you for finishing that. But he has a very specific script. We tried one time, was kind of open-ended, and there was all kinds of information that didn't make sense to publish, so we're redoing it. So if you could just respond to the script he has outlined, includes a little bit of your bios, it would be great. We can complete that, before the summer.
The ones that the commissioners who have sent it to me, theirs is between 70. Once you answer, I sent out 3 questions, I believe. So I've taken those questions, and I've kind of put them into a script that's between 70 to 80 words, which is about 40 to 50 seconds, or maybe sometimes 30 seconds, depending how quickly you talk. So given that we have 9 commissioners, that'll be a 5-minute episode. So, and I mean, yep, exactly. I'm off on Fridays for the rest of the summer. So if anyone wants to do it on a Friday, just let me know. So yeah, work at the college. It's great. Any other questions?
But I have one comment. I
Sure.
really, really love the logo that you designed.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Really impressive.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Well done.
I try. Thanks. If anyone has any questions for me, you can contact me. Okay. Have a good night.
On to authorization for payment of bills, a total amount of $72,613.22, which breaks down to $39,783.27, and escrow totals of $32,831.95. Any questions or comments about the bills? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes, I'm sorry.
There you go.
I
And Chairman
apologize.
Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
On to resolutions. We have A 2026-511, a resolution of the Sera Economic and Redevelopment Agency authorizing termination of buffer restriction in connection with the Riverton Development Project in the waterfront redevelopment area. Justin, is there any discussion needed on this or explanation?
I believe Mike described it before. We're going
Yeah,
to alter it to partial termination.
And the reason that the restriction was there to protect, I'll say, the parcel on the left from the parcel on the Riverton now owns both, so it's no longer needed.
Yeah, we reviewed that, I agree. When I first saw it on the agenda, I thought it was a different buffer requirement. But I asked Mike, but we recommend it.
Any questions or comments before we get a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes,
And Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
On to B 2026-512, resolution of the Sera Economic and Redevelopment Agency authorizing execution of transfer documents in connection with vacant land located in Block 280, Lot 1.11 in the waterfront development area, Economy Auto Body. This was previously discussed as well by Mike in his report. Any questions or comments? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second, anybody?
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes,
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
And final resolution, 2026-513, resolution authorizing the CFO to make transfers in the authority budget for the fiscal year 2026, January 1, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. This is budget transfer. We previously discussed this as well. Is there any additional comments or questions?
No, I make a motion to approve.
Can we get a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Davis. Fisher. Grillo.
Yes.
Rios.
Yes.
Roberts. Scott.
yes.
Chairman Zabrowski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now on to commissioners' comments. There's an open forum for our commissioners. Any questions or comments? Discussion items?
Excellent workshop. Looking forward to what Serval is going to look like in a positive way. Justin, great job. I'm just proud to be part of it.
Any other questions or comments?
Just thank you for your patience on the Zoom with me. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Bob, go ahead. On to opening for our public comments this evening. Can I get a motion to open to public portion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? To help keep this meeting as organized as possible, we ask members of the public to approach, state your name, and strive to limit your comments to 5 minutes. All comments this evening should refer to the redevelopment and agenda items per NJSA 10-4-12A and the Serval Economic and Redevelopment Agency's rules. In the event a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made during regular business hours with the agency's office. Thank you.
Anybody from the public wish to speak? Anybody from the public wish to speak? I'll ask one more time. Anybody from the public wish to speak? If not, can I get a motion to close the public portion?
So moved.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed?
On to a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Jamie, thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, can we, David, I just want to talk about 4%.